Hello there, I am Lowe, and today I'm going to be presenting the new units and additions to the latest version of the Modern Warfare mod. Now, in this new update we have thermal imaging that can see through the fog of war, counter-battery radar, electronic warfare, and drones. There's some really interesting features and additions, and now I will go on to present them as so. So, one of the first implementations I noticed was the counter-battery radar, known as Supac 1, and basically what it does is it lets you see artillery that's in the fog of war. Now the range of this thing is pretty much like an artillery piece. It can shoot very far, all the way down to here. Now I've parked some artillery here just to show you what I mean. So there you go. So if we're just like trying to scan for artillery and we've heard it in the area, we can actually pinpoint it using this counter battery radar, which then just gives us a thermal image of where the thing is, and then we can call in our artillery and destroy them. Another one of these new additions is a really cool graphic. They've added drone controllers. So as you can see, as this guy walks around, the drone will follow him around, which is really cool. And it has an idle animation of the rotor blade spinning, which is really hard to see unless you can squint. Now, the drone controller essentially controls kamikaze drones. So, for example, just so you can see, if I want to kill these infantry here, even though they're my own, I can do this. And he has, in total, 5 kamikaze drones. Like basically just a quadcopter that you would get even in the civilian populace. Now it does quite a lot of damage actually. Obviously we got 2 here so they can... Now the range on this guy is kind of like a mortar, except he's got a bit more range. So he's essentially like an artillery operator with drones, but that's really cool how the drones move around and stuff. He's holding like a remote control. He doesn't have any other weapon, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say about this guy. The addition of night vision goggles. Now it's just a unit that carries a night vision telescope, and essentially he does the same kind of business. Now we can see the enemy using thermal imaging. I'm not sure if there's any more around here. No, apparently not, but there is some blokes here that we can see. So then we can relay that position to our artillery and blow them up. If it's accurate enough. Got this weird looking drone that's a quadcopter, but it's also an interceptor and a scout at the same time, and it will essentially just call in artillery as we wish. So say we're targeting this submarine, if it will let me, it should be able to call in artillery on him. There you go, look. And then the submarine can try and escape. Now, the drone is basically an interceptor, but it will constantly circle around the target. It's just quite cool, actually. So to show its effects... Oh wait, there's 2 types. Yeah, and this one's the recon one, sorry. So yeah, there's an interceptor and a recon one. So this guy now, let's just send him to attack these BTRs, look. It's quite powerful. I'm pretty sure they're easy to shoot down, but obviously they're like real life, they're a pain in the arse. So here you've also got a mine lane unit, but I think that's previously disclosed. They pretty much just pick up the landmines. That's it. And here obviously you have the drone controller, which is rather nice. Same as before, as I showed you. Now over here there are some really interesting graphics I never got around to displaying last time. First of all, there is the character from the Russian game Stalker. Now I've never played this, but I know it's popular in Russia. So they've added that hooded guy as a nice little graphic. I'm not sure what gun he has. Oh, he has a shotgun. Well, that's cool. And this guy seems to have an AK or an AS Val. Next we've got this guy called... oh, I don't know. He's just some old man with a double barrel shotgun, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or some kind of sailor guy. Then next we have some office worker of the Russians. Who just has an M6... well, not an M60, a PKM. And next they even added Tony Montana from Scarface. As you can see, he's got an M16. And he also has an underbarrel grenade launcher as well. If you will, there you go. And then there's just some kind of modern cavalry unit. And that's pretty much it. And obviously the orange signal flares there. That would pretty much be it for all the new units, I believe. In terms of new missions as well, we got the mission Turnpike, the drop shot series, and a mission called the City of Sunja, which is hidden somewhere in here. I think it's named in Russian. Yeah, I'm not going to find it in here. But now there is so many maps to play and such that you should indeed check them out. And of course, now as I'll show you as well, we also have two new schemes. Back into the simulation folder. Pause. We also have the Afghanistan scheme and the Chechnya scheme. There's also a new scheme called Afghanistan, which covers the years 1979 to 89. So here we have Soviet infantry, motorized infantry. We have the airborne units. There you go as well. I don't know what SPN means, but they're there as well. And we have some different graphics here, which look quite cool. Now they have, I think, some strange looking tanks just for that scheme. Here you have the Mujahideen. Very similar to the other rebels in the Syrian scheme. You also have a lot of neutral units. Just these guys here. Helicopters. And also the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan. A few armoured units, even a T-34. And that would be this scheme, pretty much. There's aircrafts here as well, as you can see. They do have the really nice looking Mi-28 transport helicopters and stuff. There is also now another scheme, Chechnya, which covers the years 1994 to 2000. They've added some really nice looking armoured trains. Obviously during the Chechen War, the Russians mounted these anti-aircraft guns to trains, so they look dead nice. I'm pretty sure most of the units look exactly the same as the Russians usually do. Just this weird amphibious tank. Helicopters looking the same, and there's the Chechens are here. I think they're just neutral rebels. There's also this unit that was added last time that I forgot to mention. It's basically like just some Russian office worker with a machine gun. It's quite cool. And you also have the armoured train here with like tanks being towed on it and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's it for this scheme. There's some more rebel forces here. But if you really want to visit Chechnya, just visit the Chechnya mod instead.